Today we're going to be doing something very, very different. Today we're going to be talking about relationships. And by relationships, I mean the relationship between SHIB prices and the SHIB patterns that are currently forming on the 1-day time frame. There is a lot of textbook material that is currently unfolding. Obviously, there are a lot of red flags that are currently in this relationship, but also a lot of green flags that you should be looking out for as well. In addition to this, there's a lot of things that are currently happening that's unfolded in the last 2 to 3 days. I'm going to go over those in our usual detail as well. So stick around to the end because this is going to be some relationship advice that you don't want to miss out on. We'll be giving away $100 to a random subscriber to kickstart their crypto journey. To enter this giveaway, simply like and subscribe and comment your favorite crypto in the comments below. I'm going to go over some feel-good stuff first, and then there's a bit of information that is coming up for SHIB that I would like you guys to know. So just in incredible social media trending volume, 258k tweets for SHIB. So this, of course, we are rocking social media right now, and obviously this is no brainer because we've just seen a SHIB break the local time high, I think the monthly all-time high. So that's obviously very, very expected. And we have broken 760,000 holders. I believe we were at maybe 730,000 literally last week. So we're growing by like 5% in terms of holders every couple days. That is a crazy amount of growth. Imagine a 5% growth, let's say in a span of a week. We have 52 weeks a year. That's 250% growth in holders in a year. That's incredible amount of growth in terms of new members coming into SHIB. That is fantastic again to see. Now for some juicy stuff in the pipeline. I'm hearing some crazy SHIB rumors regarding burning and adoption. Stay tuned. So my hunch is that it might be related to SHIBArmy. So we have this update. So Shiba Inu aims for groundbreaking shift in primary architecture with the launch of its own blockchain. Now, I'll explain that in very, very brief detail in a second. I just want to show you guys this particular bit that I read. Shiba Inu development team is working on its own blockchain known as SHIBArmy, and it has advanced in stages now to the testing phase. So obviously that is quite vague, so I'm not sure which part of the development cycle the testing phase is. I had a quick Google and sort of this is the closest I can whip up, and we can see some unit testing here, which is not exactly a testing phase if you work in programming, but it is definitely in the latter part of the development cycle. So that means we are over 50% complete in terms of the release of SHIBArmy. So why is SHIBArmy so important? Well, SHIBArmy is going to be very, very crucial for the utilization of SHIB in that right now on the Ethereum network, there's a lot of congestions. You don't need to know a whole lot about this, but just imagine there's going to be a lot of traffic jams if you continue to use the same main highway for your, let's say, your deliveries. And with SHIBArmy at a very, very basic level, you can think of it as a separate highway with separate architecture that is a lot faster and has less congestion. And this is also very important because there is also a fee associated with transactions, and they could potentially modify this particular fee into a burn mechanic that allows the value of SHIB to appreciate with time. And in conjunction to this, there's also the Robinhood listing looming in the corner, and we are already seeing whales load up on SHIB once again. So a SHIB whale just bought $1.4 million worth of SHIB. And also, I found this as well. So this is, I believe, a tweet from Falcon Capital, which is, I believe, a capital investment firm. Just 30 minutes ago, we bought SHIB worth $5.6 million. We plan to hold it for a long time. Maybe we'll buy more SHIB. Do you have any better recommendations? And they've posted a picture, I believe, their account at $5.6 million. Now, before we move on, you can support your favorite crypto projects such as SHIB, Ethereum, and more by getting your own physical crypto coin to add to your collection. You can find a link in the description. Now, if you stuck around for long enough, welcome to my relationship therapy session. So about 2 weeks ago, I posted this video. Another movement for the price of Shiba that I can see is that the price is gonna sort of range between this particular level, and at some point we're gonna see a clean breakout either above this range or below this range. If we see the price of Shiba break above this range, technically we will be almost expecting for a price to chase the all-time highs and potentially breaking that. And that was made 2 weeks ago. We saw the price sit between this particular range around October the 10th. And we saw the price break above this range, and obviously it was a bit of a fake out. We resumed consolidation between this range, and this sort of range carried out all the way from October the 10th till now, where we saw on the 23rd of October a clear break above this range, chasing the monthly all-time high, and now potentially looking to break the all-time high again, which is what I mentioned about 2 weeks ago. Now, I also mentioned this briefly in another one of these videos. I was saying that there is a potential triangle pattern that will be looking to form. And this is almost a textbook example of a bilateral triangle forming. So we saw the price form a triangular pattern, and when the price of this pattern break away from the triangle, we can expect a breakout. And obviously the longer the consolidation is or has been, the stronger the breakout will be. And so far, looking at this 1-day chart from yesterday, we have already seen from the low to the high a 34% growth in a 2-day period. And what is currently unfolding is actually very interesting because we are right now postured to break the all-time high. We have the Robinhood announcement looming just around the corner, and also we have the SHIBArmy that is currently being worked in the background. And we're seeing loads of whales loading up on Shib right now because I suspect they are seeing the patterns and they are seeing the news and the catalysts that are currently unfolding right now. And also, there's one thing that I noticed interestingly when I was browsing TradingView. This is the technical analysis summary for Shib versus Tether USDT. Now, this is on the 1-day time frame, but if you have a look, all of the indicators, we have a strong buy summary. For the oscillators, we have a buy, and for the moving averages, we have a strong buy. So no indicator on the 1-day time frame indicates a sell right now, which is a very, very rare event. And as I'm recording this, Shib is right now sitting just a bit above the 3,600 mark, and I believe potentially looking to chase an all-time high, which is around the 5,000. And if we have enough momentum, we can potentially see another leg move upwards, and this is very much possible. But we need to have some catalyst. We need a bit more gas. We need a bit of a boost for this to happen. And who knows, this might happen in a form of Robinhood, in forms of a tweet, or in terms of a social media wave spreading Shib. A lot could happen, but right now what's important is that Shib is postured for this to happen. So how Shib is behaving right now was exactly what I was talking about when we were talking about how we can anticipate Shib to move. We saw 2 weeks of consolidation period followed by a breakout, and we saw the pattern form. So we saw the triangular pattern form, and we saw price being squeezed into the apex before it is ripped out from the top of the triangle, forming a new local high. And now if we can sustain this momentum, we can have enough juice to hit the all-time high. This is very, very much possible. And if we do manage to hit the all-time high, we will be breaking into the top 10 on the cryptocurrency market. We will be sitting right alongside Dogecoin. And I tweeted about the flipping happening literally about 2 weeks ago as well, because we are literally anticipating this to happen, because the rate at which Shib is growing and the things that are currently happening with Shib and the amount of awareness Shib is bringing to the table is unparalleled. We're literally the #1 on all sorts of metrics. And right now, my sentiment is identical to Dell's. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is going to be a great week for Shib. It could potentially be the best week for Shib once we break the all-time high, and this is very much on the table right now. Anyway, that's all from me. Let me know in the comments what you think my favorite alcoholic beverage is.